I think you've ever seen. I say that with great respect and fondness, though.
Absolutely. But this is a good position for Vacek here in mount. He's got, he's trying to get a rear naked choke.
Trying to switch palm to palm, very late in the round. Landing big shots.
Horsky seems exhausted, though. He's not landing with the authority, but he needs to.
And my God, the chin of Mokima. Referee taking a long, hard look at this. Hammer fist after hammer fist careering into the dome of Mokima.
Horsky channeling his inner Donkey Kong right there at the end of the second round. Early life in Congo. I'm sure this is like a walk through a spring meadow in comparison.
You'd like to see the fan in me wants to see a little bit of separation here and big shots being landed.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Horsky should think about separating as well, because that height and reach advantage, which is so pronounced, it's not really serving him well here.
How did Mokima make featherweight? That boy is thicker than a Snickers.
Yeah.
Trying to get in on yet another takedown. Can't quite see if he has the hands connected, but gets the takedown.
I gotta say, the takedown success from Mokima is truly something to behold. Statistically, it's quite incredible.
There are three inevitabilities in this life: death, taxes, and Mokima getting the takedown.
Clearly. And again, Horsky kind of trying to stall the position. Here he goes, sliding some strikes from the bottom.
Gives off kind of Krzysztof Soszyński vibes.
You know, now that you mention it, yeah, he sure does. Something about heavily tattooed, bald Eastern European guys.
We love a wee scrap. And Horsky, much to his credit, is still landing shots from the bottom. Mokima nestled into his chest. A little struggle snuggle. You can see Horsky trying to reach over for that bump sweep again.
Yeah. Mokima unloads there with a couple strikes.
The atmosphere in the Rams arena is electric from start to finish.
And chants of Kresu Bomaye raining in through the building. That means in Congolese, Kresu kill him. Made famous perhaps by Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle when that was chanted by fans. Oh, look at that. Mokima gets the full mount position again.
Horsky trying to bridge. There is space there for him to get his leg in.
Yeah.
Potential to reclaim half guard.
I mean, Horsky could perhaps go for a sweep as well.
Using the cage to his advantage. Oh, and transitions beautifully. Now he is on top.
This is such a nuts fight right here.
I'm loving every single second of this. Horsky needs to do something definitive now. 90 seconds left in the round. He needs to either finish the opponent or land some heavy, heavy ground and pound. Because more often than not, in a fight like this, it's usually he who finishes the strongest gets the nod.
Yeah, I mean, if it's even enough, then what is going to stick out with the judges? Whoever has the biggest exclamation point by their sort of offense. Horsky could make that him here, but he's got to sort of create a little bit of space, posture up, and then just rain down strikes.
He needs to be wary of a head-on triangle from bottom here. How crazy would that have been?
Statistically very rare, but possible.
Phénoménal. Et encore déçu de cette décision, mais bon, voilà, il a fait un très bon combat. On doit le féliciter aussi, il vient de loin, la Tchécoslovaquie, je crois. Et merci encore à l'Hexagone. Yann Lamotte, mon coach de toujours. Merci beaucoup, désolé coach pour ce retour. Mais je vais encore plus m'entraîner et puis
He'll be kicking himself. Let's see how he handles the next moments. Oh, going for that knee up in the air.
Flying knee attempt there from Duclos.
You gotta give props indeed for the attempt, but Lewandowski for the moment. I was going to say staying calm and collected, but he is on fire, Lewandowski, tonight. Going that fist first. And you're right about the, oh, he's getting rocked, Duclos.
Oh, heavy strikes here from the pole. But again, I mean, this is kind of like many Duclos fights where he weathers that early storm, and it's almost like the Homer Simpson tactic where he tires his opponents out and then manages to fire back. Oh, but he looks hurt.
He is been hit.
Oh, he gets knocked.
Oh, my word.
This is why the fans love Mathieu Leto Duclos. What a turn of events here.
Oh, Mathieu coming up with some spectacular goods here. Lewandowski now looking in trouble. And this is not the Tobias we were seeing moments ago.
Oh, a pretty egregious fence grab there from the Lewandowski. Help him, though.
Doesn't help him. What's good? Wow. Carried by the audience in attendance again.
I mean, this is going to boost his energy. I mean, you might think this stuff doesn't really affect him, but when you are looking for that second win, hearing the hometown crowd behind you, just feeling that wind in your sails, it can be a deciding factor. Working diligently here from the full guard, passes to half.
And just at that time, at that moment in time when it felt that it looked like Duclos was rocked, in fact, it's Lewandowski who's now on the wrong end of things. Indeed, Duclos just continuing strike after strike, building momentum with his opponent back against the mat.
And it's like I was saying, Lewandowski, he was leaving himself open in those offensive moments. Duclos found those openings, and now he's in full mount.
And Lewandowski, of course, able to sustain a little bit, take some strikes there before the end, indeed, of the round.
This is close to getting stopped.
Well,
yeah, I mean, he seems to have got a little bit of a breather there, but it was a labored takedown offense, or takedown defense there, rather, from Lewandowski. And usually, when you see a fighter kind of put their all into the opening onslaught and then get countered and then get put on the bottom, there's nothing more energy demanding than that, to be honest. So, I mean, I would be surprised if Lewandowski goes the distance here, because I can imagine that all that on top of the damage that he's absorbed, which is also exhausting, I just don't know how much he's got left in the tank.
Yeah, it makes sense to pinpoint that, or rather to talk about that particular point at this moment in time. And Lewandowski, it seems like there is no answer for him. He's just kind of hanging on there, doing what he can. Can he come up with some kind of feasible solution in this predicament right now? I mean, Duclos very methodically just trying to find the ins and the in right now. Every time he's pounding Lewandowski's face, Lewandowski's head, touching him in the skull. Lewandowski just trying to reduce the intake of damage.
Yeah, you can see he's kind of trying to pull Duclos' head towards him. I mean, if you can't posture up, you can't really land any damaging strikes. Those small strikes to the body, that's nothing fight ending. But, I mean, this is just, it's more stalling than a solution for any offensive problem. What Lewandowski needs to do is either to try and lean over to his left side and then sort of posture up from there and get up, or try and get back to full guard and work from there instead, perhaps kick his opponent off. But he needs to make something happen. He can't just hold on to his opponent and sort of hope for a referee stand-up, because that is surrendering all of the fight to the referee and hoping that they're not seeing enough action.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it's gonna pan out. Indeed, not looking favorable for Lewandowski unless there is some kind of a solution to be found in the moments to come. Coming up to about 2 minutes since the start of round number 2, and it's been a one-man show of sorts for Duclos on the mat there, just demonstrating his capability of finding trajectories that land indeed on the skull of his Polish opponent.
I know, I'm not surprised for the toughness or technique that we're seeing from Duclos. He trains very, very closely with UFC lightweight Benoit Saint-Denis, and he spent time training at All Stars Training Center in Stockholm with Saint-Denis, Fares Ziam, and Issa Isakov, amongst many others. And you know, that is an all-star training group right there.
Well, training with the best gets you ready to mess with the rest, right? So
that's right.
Looking at the situation now, some feet up against the cage as well. Lewandowski trying to change things around, but nope, it is not moving. is certainly not in his favor.
Another crucifix position here, nicely done from Duclos as he passed to side control. You can see there he's isolating both of his opponent's arms and landing just brutal elbows here from top position.
And that's on the ref.
Merci beaucoup à tous mes amis, ma famille, ma compagne, mes parents, tous les gens qui m'ont entouré pour ce camp, mon coach, j'allais voir un meilleur coach de France, mes sparring, partenaires, Benoît, Jury, Romain, bref.